It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio, with some rather disturbing news with regards to the Picard series, now in development and set to begin shooting in a couple of weeks' time. Rumors are flying around the YouTubeosphere that there is trouble going on behind the scenes with Alex Klutzman allegedly on his way out the door because the Picard show is in trouble, STD is in trouble, and this has primarily to do with Netflix and merchandise companies, toy companies, t-shirt sellers, mugs, model kit makers, basically they're the ones who have been paying for STD, but they're pretty much at their limit according to these rumors, and I'll link to these below and also embed them in the video here, which I just discovered how to do that. Yeah, better late than never. But anyway, and again, none of this is anything that I can confirm, all right? These are just rumors. They could very well turn out to be untrue. So take all of what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But from what I've been able to unpack from rumors flying from Midnight's Edge, from Egotastic Fun Time, from Doomcock, basically, well, they're all going on the Midnight's Edge stuff. So the what I've been able to digest of these rumors so far is that STD, even though it's been approved for a third season, but there's no money to actually produce it. The Netflix, which has international rights to broadcast it, doesn't want to foot the bill for a third season of STD, not after they got burned on season 1, and they sure as heck were not going to be involved in season 2, at least not to any great degree, which leaves primarily merchandise, which Bad Reboot has through its one of its subsidiaries, which is called a Secret Hideout, I think it is. Secret Hideout is the Bad Reboot subsidiary that is in charge of the Picard show. And in the meantime, Bad Reboot is also behind STD through Alex Klutzman. Now, supposedly, and again, I cannot confirm this, all right? This is just speculation, but supposedly, because of the licensing chaos going on, between Paramount and CBS and Bad Reboot, the visual aesthetics, the set designs, the costumes, the ship designs and CGI and all that, the merchandise companies want something that is closer to actual Trek because that is what's selling. All the toys based on the Jar Jar Abrams reboots basically just gather dust on shelves. They're not selling, they're not moving. None of the manufacturers want to lose money making this stuff when they know it's not going to sell. They want stuff based on the original Trek franchise, from the original series all the way through Voyager and even Enterprise, even though it's technically not even Star Trek for its first 2.5 seasons. But basically that's the stuff that sells. The stuff that is based on Jar Jar Abrams movies is not moving. There's really no merchandise based on STD because no one's buying it. And Netflix doesn't want to have anything to do with STD anymore. They're not going to take the Picard series without major changes in the stylistic format and also in the storytelling. Basically, the whole thing is a cluster screw. So even if somehow the money does come through for a third season of STD, it's not likely that there's going to be a Picard show without some major changes. And Alex Klutzman reportedly is not happy with that. And because of the shakeup at CBS with Les Moonves departing late last year over his sexual assault allegations, there's really no one left at CBS who's going to back up Alex Klutzman. So that's the rumor mill that's flying around. I don't know how much of this I can actually confirm, but if it turns out to be true, it would not surprise me, because everything I've been hearing about, with regards to the behind-the-scenes stuff, as reported by Midnight's Edge and others, has more or less come true. The renewal for a third season seems more to be a calculated publicity stunt, hoping to salvage CBS's investment, because they are out a huge chunk of change if this show fails. And if it does fail, if it doesn't get the money to go through the third season, well, there's really only one way they can salvage it feasibly, and that is to put it on network TV, which defeats the purpose of having it on All Access, because STD and now the Twilight Zone reboot were produced specifically in order to support All Access, which is CBS's streaming service. So if they end up putting these two shows on the network, where they're going to face censors, I mean, no more F-bombs on the Twilight Zone, no more swearing or Klingon boobies or dual penises from the Klingons. God, who thought that was a good idea? You can't have any of that on network TV, nor should you. Because it's not necessary for telling a good story, and frankly, it's kind of gross. And also, if those go, all you've got basically is a bunch of reruns on CBS All Access that people can get by watching MeTV or Comet TV or any other network that has syndication rights to any of the Star Trek shows or anything else in CBS's library. So honestly, I don't know how true any of this is. We'll have to play a wait and see game. What we do know is that the Picard series, if it doesn't start shooting on schedule, if it's delayed, anywhere, the delay could be a few months to maybe a full year. And any delays in production will cost CBS more money because, again, they cannot get the funding, allegedly, from either Netflix or any of its other usual sources, because no one wants to buy any of this stuff. So we'll see what happens. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. And if you want to help support the channel, keep the lights on, head over to our Patreon or Subscribestar page. Help us bring you more content. This is Michael Wilk for the Wilk Report, saying take care, good night, I'm out.